Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MeyAroyo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today we have a very special video that I know that a lot of you have been waiting for a very long time, which is how to set up a blog to blog about your print-on-demand items. And I know that we've had videos about how to set up websites to support your print-on-demand or printables business, but it's always on a different angle and from a different way of looking at things. For example, we had a video on how to make a website that basically talks about you doing print on demand. So a website where you can put in your designs that you have on Amazon or on RedBubble or on Society6 and just have a place where people can go from your social media directly to see what you do before they are launched into this enormous marketplace. And I've had a lot of people asking questions like, why do you need a website? Why do you need a website that doesn't sell? And the thing is that not all people who do print on demand want to start selling. I mean, obviously, yes, if you are starting with RedBubble, there is a limit to how much you can achieve success with the same designs if you just went on to your own website and did your own marketing and had this external supplier that might even have better quality than RedBubble and allow you to get better margins and better profit from basically selling at the same price. But if you're just starting with Etsy, with RedBubble, with whatever, and you feel like you're not ready to have this, like, you know, your website, your Shopify store where you are responsible for pretty much everything and you're managing everything and you have all the responsibility of supplying the items as well as all the responsibility on your part, like to get the traffic. Having a blog that blogs about your product could be a good idea. And the way I'm looking at it is actually coming from the affiliate marketing world, because that's how I first started when I was blogging about things. With an affiliate marketing blog where you're basically blogging about different products, and if someone buys something, then you get a bit of commission. You have these like amazing blog posts of like 10 amazing gift ideas for men or cute mug gift ideas for teachers and stuff like that. And you just go on to Etsy or to Amazon or eBay or AliExpress, wherever it is that you're affiliating with, and you find these ideas and you write a blog post about them. But with print on demand, you can actually make a blog post about your own stuff. For example, if you have, I don't know, 10 or 12 designs that relate to dogs or being a dog mom or a dog dad on your RedBubble store or Society6 store, you can make a blog post about gift ideas for dog moms and have, you know, the t-shirts and the mugs and all of that. You could have like stickers for thank you gifts, for like thank you wrappers. You could have wrapping paper ideas if you're, for example, selling on Society6 and they have wrapping paper. There's so much more that you could do with a blog to support your own print-on-demand business and basically just blog about your own thing. So today, we're going to learn how to do that using WordPress, which is my favorite technology to building websites. And we're going to be using a theme by Ocean WP, which has amazing templates for starters, including a template called Blogger, which is super awesome and super fun to use. I am using Hostinger for my domain and hosting services. I will not show you how I purchased this domain because it was a domain that I already had, but purchasing domain and hosting with Hostinger is pretty much just going in, typing in a domain, purchasing the hosting, and purchasing WordPress. It's pretty simple and it doesn't cost a lot of money, which is why I personally use Hostinger because they're relatively cheap with good customer service. I posted a poll a few days ago on this channel's community tab asking you what kind of blog do you want me to set up? Should it be like a fashion blog, a home decor blog, or do you want me to just do like, I don't know, like this general gift ideas blog? And you guys chose gift ideas by far. I'm also thinking about making the other ones, like the other ideas, or maybe like making a huge tutorial just about different blog types ideas that fit each print-on-demand marketplace. And if that is something that is interesting to you, please let me know in the comment section down below. But for this tutorial, we are all about gift ideas. So gifts for pretty much anything. And I am using my own RedBubble shop for this tutorial. So I thought about a thank you. I do have a lot of like thank you gifts, things with thank you like notes on them. So like thank you gift ideas, as well as something for sloth lovers, because I have so many sloth designs on my RedBubble account, which is insane. I think like mahjong and sloths are like the majority of my designs on RedBubble at the moment. So we're going to go to my computer, start building this gift ideas blog, and then get back to me and talk a bit more about some of the things that could help you with this journey, some ideas for marketing as well as for mockups. So we are now at Quinja, which is, by the way, in case you didn't know, the actual name of my business, like my license name of my business. And I've had this domain about 6 years ago when I started my business, and then I let it go, and then I repurchased it, thinking, you know, to make it my own, but MeyAroyo.com is going to be my own, so I'm going to be using Quinja.com as my WordPress for tutorials. And I got this domain and hosting from Hostinger, and you can go ahead and check out Hostinger's YouTube channel because they do have extensive tutorials on how to purchase domains and hosting and implement WordPress, as well as an excellent support team. Once this WordPress was installed, I'm going to go into my dashboard and I'm going to go ahead and implement a theme by Ocean WP because it's what I've researched today. Ocean WP has amazing themes, and the theme that I want to implement today, the template of them that I want to implement today, is the Blogger template, which is the easiest template to just start blogging. And what I'm going to do here now is click on Add New, search for Ocean WP, and install. And once it's going to be installed, we're going to activate it, and the theme is going to tell us what to do. I know a lot of people who are using different themes like Ocean WP and Kadence and Astra that has these amazing templates, yet they cannot figure out how to do it. Well, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is just follow the instructions you're going to get in a minute. Now that it's installed, let's activate this theme, and it's going to tell us what to do next. So this theme recommends the following plugin to be installed. Let's install this plugin, Ocean Extra, which basically gives us access to all these templates and awesome things. We're also going to get Elementor, which is my favorite design builder, and it's super fun and super easy. Let's go back to our dashboard and see what makes this theme so awesome by running the setup wizard. So let's just, get started. And now it's going to tell us to choose our template that we want to get started with, and Blogger appears right here. So let's just select it and scroll down and install this demo. And that's basically going to transform my entire website to look just like this website with an already made blog. So we can install the Ocean social sharing as well as WP forms, which we already have, but we just need to activate. And we have the add-on for Ocean Sticky Header, which we don't use. And now we're just going to import everything. That means the photos, the blog posts, the menu, everything is just going to be imported, and we're going to have this website just the way we want it to. And our demo is complete, and we need to add a logo, a retina logo for other types of display, the site title, the tagline, icon, and primary colors, which we don't have to do at the moment. We can do it later on from within the system. And if I want to get extension bundles for free, I can also enter a competition, but I'm not into that now. Let's just go into our website again, and lo and behold, we have a Blogger theme installed here on our blog. Now, the first thing we're going to do now is basically create our contact or about page by just going into it, clicking on Edit Page. And what we have here in this page is not true. It's a contact form that doesn't exist, so I just deleted it. And I'm going to edit it with Elementor, which will give me a better access to design this page just the way I want it to. In order for me to create these contact forms, I will just simply go back to a random page, go open my website again, go into the dashboard, and to WP Forms, and add a new form. If anyone wants to contact you through this blog, they want to ask you questions, this is all you have to do. So let's just type in the form name here, which is contact, and we want a simple contact form to be created. Name, email, comment, or message. This is fine for me. And inside your settings, you can choose basically what people see once they fill out the form. You can check out and see with the fields and the settings where the form is going to go to. And once this form is set up, let's just save it. And once we created the form, let's just go in, add a section, go here, enter form, and put the form here. Now it's going to ask us which form do we want. We want the contact form because we've already created it. And we want more about this contact page. We want it to be contact and about. Let's go to settings. The title will be about us. I don't want it to be contact. I want it to be about us. And I want to add some more things here, for example, because we are talking about a gift blog. And I know we haven't spoken about this, but the fact is that you're not going to have like Quinja name. You're going to be thinking about your name as a brand, whatever you want to send out into the world. So let's just add a few more things here. This is where you basically put in some text about who you are, what this place is. For example, we have, this is a gifts blog made by your name, whatever you want to say about yourself, whatever types of gifts you're going to be having here for people. So for example, you could be writing here stuff about, let's say, the name of the website. For me, it's Quinja, so let's just write down, welcome to Quinja, the online gifts blog, and here you'll have a longer text about, the gifts that people can find here, as well as a call to action for people to contact you, and a simple photo that you can simply upload by just going in and choosing whatever photo you want, or dragging photos in. We're going to be talking about that later on. But this is a simple about and contact page. Let's just update it. And as you can see, the name is still contact. So what we're going to do is we're going to get back and exit to our dashboard to edit this page, which is now called About Us, and update it. And let's preview it in a new tab, About Us. And if we click here on the menu, it already changed to About Us. So we have an About page, which obviously you need to fill in with content, and you can also add your social links to it. But the next thing that we're going to need is to make categories, because it is a blog, and blog has categories. And for that, we're going to go to all of our posts, and here you can see all of these posts that were written by the people who made the theme, and we're not going to need them. So what we're going to do is we're just going to delete. I'm not sure I want to delete all of them right away, because I do want the look of them to stay with me. But what I do want is to go over categories. And if we're talking about gift ideas, so let me just delete these categories altogether. And think about categories for gift ideas. And the gifts of men category, you need to write descriptions for each category, and that really helps you out with SEO. So I just wrote something real quick, looking for unique gifts for men, a gift for a husband, a father, your boss. Here you'll find awesome gift ideas for men in all ages. You can write more, you can write less. So the same way that we did this, let's just do a few more gift ideas. And here I just wrote down, just added some categories: gifts for kids, gifts for animal lovers, mug gifts, gift cards, small gifts, Christmas gift, thank you gifts. And you can obviously base these categories on what it is that you are selling yourself. Now that these categories are filled up, because I want you guys to be able to see all of them in our sidebar and inside our WordPress, what these categories need is actually posts in them. So I'm just going to quickly edit some posts and put them inside each and every category, just to make sure that each and every category has a post attached to it. And obviously you will be deleting these blog posts and making all of these blog posts yourself. The problem is I'm not going to make 25 blog posts in this tutorial. We're actually going to make 2 from 2 different kinds, so it's going to be fun and it's going to be informative. But for now, I'm just changing some of these posts to be in some categories to make life easier for us to look at. Because it's really hard. I know a lot of people, when they go into a WordPress and they just delete everything, and then they can't style the homepage, because the truth is that the homepage is basically built out of blog posts. So if we delete all of them, we won't have a blog page. And then let's go back to categories. We have the uncategorized category with every post in it, and we can't delete it. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit it, and we're just going to name it just best friend gifts, and we're good to go. And now that we're all set with our categories, let's just hit that customize button and start customizing our website. First thing we need to customize is the site identity. So the site title, the name of it is Quinja. Obviously, this would be the name of the blog that you're setting, and the tagline is going to be awesome gift ideas, or whatever your slogan is. And now we have to add a site icon. And the site icon, well, you cannot see it here, is the icon up above, where normally people would see, like, the icon of the F for Facebook, or the RB for RedBubble. And this should just be a simple photo that is 512 by 512. So let's just select the one that they had here. And this is how it's going to look up top. And what you can also do when you're designing things, for example, you went to site identity. You can't find the logo, but you do notice that there is a mark here for logo. It just takes you directly to it. And what we have here is this logo, which is an even square. And what we're going to do is replace it with another even square logo by just going here, going onto Canva, creating a design. Let's do a 1000 by 1000 pixels, just to make our lives easier, because when you're designing a logo, it's going to be used for a lot of things. And since this is a gift blog, I was just thinking just to type in the word gift and just pick something. And because I don't want any problems with copyright infringements, I'm just going to choose like a free gift banner or icon, and that would be our logo just for this website right now. And just a simple thing. Let's have a look here. I do like that they have this circle around it. So let's just go and type in circle and find a nice thin circle to put around it. I like that it's gold. I'm really into the gold now. I didn't think I would like it that much. Or this one, maybe. No. Let's just try and see something different, something more thin. I do love the gold, but I don't think that it will fit us in this case. Let's obviously change the color of it. And I want to make something really simple. I want to make it maybe black, and then move this up to the back and take up this gift. Change this to black and change this to red or to orange. Starting to like this. I like weird color combinations. I don't know if you've seen it throughout my tutorials, but these are kind of the colors that I like and I want to be using. And what I'm going to do is just download this without a background. And I'm going to upload it and change my logo by just dragging it here. Now, once you do it for your own blog, it's really important to change the name of each file on your computer before you upload it to a name that fits SEO and, looks good. And now we're going to skip cropping and just add our logo as it should be and just have it here. Now it's too big, so the maximum width of this logo is going to be, let's say, 75 or 70 pixels. And the height is adjustable as well. And this will be the logo for our website. The second thing we need to edit is our menu. And by that, we're going down to menus. And the main menu right now includes home and about us. What we want to do is basically add all the categories so that people could just choose, or the main ones. So like gifts for women, anniversary gifts, thank you gifts, Christmas gifts, gift cards, gifts for kids. Where's our gifts for men? My gifts, and basically any type of gift category that you want, and we'll take the about us down below. And now if we click here, it's just going to show us this huge menu. We're going to go back and try to edit other aspects of this menu by going into the header. And in the header, we also have the social menu that is right here. So what we're going to do if we want to edit that social menu is just type in your Facebook, your Pinterest, whatever it is that you're using. And for example, if I delete this Pinterest here, you can see that Pinterest is gone from this list. So just put in the links that you have for your Pinterest, for your Instagram, for whatever it is that you are using to promote your print on demand. Another thing that we need to design is our sidebar. And the sidebar doesn't exist on the main page, but if we go into any blog posts, we can see the sidebar here, and we have to make sure that it looks good because right now it's a hot mess. So what we're going to do is click here and go into edit our sidebar just by clicking on one of them. And I do want the search to say, I don't want the recent post to be displayed this way. Let's remove it. I do not want to display comments or archives. I'm basically just deleting most of it. I'm leaving categories in. I don't want to keep the meta in. Meta is basically like, to log into the website. I don't really like it. And now we have various types of sidebar implementation that came from the theme. So MailChimp I'm not using, but this is a great way to just connect to your MailChimp. You have social icons here to follow me. You have Instagram embed inside, which I will not be using at the moment, as well as another recent comments and a tag cloud, which I think I will keep because I think it will be really, really cute. With the about me, you just type in about us or about you if you want to make it a personal thing. You upload an image as the main image to be displayed here. You type in, for example, the name of you or of the blog, as well as some text about you and your social links at the bottom. You can choose which social links to display and which not. And I'm going to delete the follow me section because we already have the social links section within the about. And what we have here are the categories, which I'm going to put below About Us. And I don't want to have a title for About Us, actually. I just want to have the logo. And this is what people will see in the sidebar. You can also actually put product photos already in the sidebar, like recommended gift ideas, hot gifts, and stuff like that. And now that we have this done, we want to edit some of the aspects of our blog. So let's go back to our editor, click on blog and blog entries. So for example, blog entries would be our main page because our main page is a blog, is a full width. But if we click on right sidebar, the sidebar will be added to our homepage. And I kind of like to have a sidebar in the homepage, although I don't want it to have like all of these like 4 here. So I'm going to edit our grid column into 2 or 3. You can do it whichever way you prefer. I think maybe 3 would be nice. Let's check it out. I kind of like having 3 here, although I don't think I want to have this much text. So for these pages, we're talking about having, this is a blog grid. We're talking about having, let's try large photos and see what happens. I think the photos pretty much stayed in the same size because, you know, it's the largest they could be. And I want to see about the excerpt length, which is these words. And I don't want anything. I want 0 words because I don't want to show it. And what we have here is an infinite scroll. So whenever people scroll down, they will see more and more content. And we also have the things that we can see here. So for example, people see the featured image or not. I do want featured image. I do want title, but I don't want any info down below. Okay, I actually want to do just the category info. I don't want the content. Just to continue reading, and continue reading is read more. And now that this is done, I'm maybe thinking to switch it to 2. I think it looked better with 2. Once we've done that, we need to edit how we see each single post from within, which is again with a right sidebar. We want the page header title to be the actual post title and not just blog. And if we click here, we're going to see the image, the featured image here. Or if we won't click on it, it will just appear at the top of the blog post. I don't think we want to have all of these. So for example, we want to have the featured image, we want to have the title, but we don't want to have the meta box up top. I don't want to have it. I don't think we need it. I do want to have all of these down below. I don't have comments for blog posts. I want people to just go in and buy if they want to buy. I don't want anyone to be worried about leaving comments. I don't want an author box, which is about the author, which would currently be about me. I do want to have related blog posts here based on categories. And I do want to have the social share buttons because they are pretty dope. But other than that, I don't want anything down below. And once I'm done with that, the only thing left for me to do is to publish this to save it up. And of course, you can change so many things here. You can change the general styling and the colors of everything we have here. You can change how the homepage look if you don't want to have the homepage, just your blog. You can change all of the fonts for everything to match your style. But as we are talking just about the blogging section now, not about style and design, we are done with this. We're going to click on X, obviously, after we published it and saved our changes, and move on to making 2 blog posts, 2 different ones. And for that, let's just go to blog posts. And we can make a new blog post or we can work on an existing one. Let's just go in and see what an existing one looks like. We don't have to use Elementor for everything. We can just keep on using, just a classic editor here. But let's just change the name of this blog post. And the first thing I want to do is make a blog post about thank you gifts. And here I wrote down thank you gift ideas to show gratitude. I'm going to copy paste it here because this page was already existing and it has a different URL, like that gibberish thing. And what I'm going to do here, I'm looking into this and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what I want to write down. First thing I'm going to do is obviously delete everything. We don't want to have that. And when we click on the post itself, we're going to put it in the category of, we had a thank you gift category, I think, yeah, thank you gifts category. And we're just going to go in and think about the gifts that we want to talk about that we actually sell. So I actually already planned some of these things. Like I downloaded some of these ideas of thank you gifts that I've done, as well as sloth gifts ideas, which will be the next post that we're going to make. And I'm just going to upload all of them onto WordPress. Now, I'm uploading them onto a blog in a tutorial, so I'm not going to do everything by the book, because by the book would mean to go into each and every one of these images and change the name of the image from your computer before uploading it to match SEO and to have better tags. But what I'm going to do here right now is I'm going to click on add image, add media, just so I can take all of these together, drag them here, and let there be gift ideas. Planning in advance is really important. Obviously, you could, when you build your own blog, you can do this by just going in and seeing what kind of photos you want from your RedBubble store, from your Society6, from your Etsy store, from whatever it is that you're selling these print-on-demand items. I pre-made this because I knew I was doing this tutorial and I didn't want to take all this time and going into my RedBubble shop and just constantly searching for thank you gifts or for, the sloth gift ideas, which is going to be the next blog post that we're talking about. And now we are just going to wait for it to finish uploading. And I'm so grateful to have internet back. These past few days without internet has been insane, insane. I'm so happy to have it back, guys. Really. Having your building hit by lightning is not fun. And now that I have all of these photos, obviously I'm not going to use all of them, but I do want to see what kind of photos I have for me, what kind of photos I might want to use for now. So I'm going to click on add media again, and I'm just going to deselect all of them since I don't want all of them, and just select the thank you gifts. So I have this thank you. I can see here that I have these all thank you things. And I also have the muchas gracias as a sticker as well as a mug. And I don't think that I have a lot of stickers here, so maybe let's just grab both of these and insert them into my post. I just want to see how they look and see what I'm working with to have it in front of my face. I'm going to remove it in just a minute. And what I want to do here right now is I'm going to start writing a blog post. Obviously, I'm just rambling on right now with, what kind of a gift is a thank you gift, just to put in, some thank you gift ideas for our SEO. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have headings for the different types of gifts, and then I'm going to have the photo and then obviously the link. So what I need to add here is heading, for example, if we're talking about, because these are my thank you ones. So I just wrote down funny thank you gift, muchas gracias, and I'm going to turn it into a heading because I want it to be a big heading. So what I have here is I have the sticker and the mug, but I want to use just one of them. So funny thank you gift, muchas gracias, mug. Let's choose it mug this time and write down. So I wrote down the best gifts of them all are the ones that make people laugh or smile. That's why we absolutely adore this thank you gift mug, saying muchas gracias, and hit the line down below, add image from our media library, and we have this muchas gracias mug. Select it and upload it. And we're obviously not going to have to use it from here or this one. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on link and actually paste the link for the muchas gracias mug, which I'm going to find in my store in a minute. And it's here, and I can take the link straight up to the mug, or I can take the link to the entire design, which I prefer. So let me just grab the link to that, and I'll put the link here. And the most important part is to open it in a new tab, because otherwise people are going to be losing this blog post. And basically what I'm going to have to do now is recreate what I've done here multiple times. So after this photo here, what I'm going to do is write another heading about something else. So we have another heading about this thank you for being so sweet artboard. And I'm going to write a text about that, but right now I'm just going to copy paste this text here, follow it down below, add another image of the artboard of thank you for being so sweet, and then linking it to that specific one on my RedBubble store. And basically what you're going to be doing is just having all of them in one row, one after the other, and that is one blog post idea. If you want to have a look at how it looks, we have the thank you gift ideas to show gratitude here, and this will look all the way down with all of the photos. However, we still have the main photo that we need to change, the main image that we need to change. So let's just go in, type in unfeatured image, and we can choose actually one of the products if we want to, or we can create a photo ourselves using Canva. But I'm thinking I might want to have one of these here. Maybe the mug, because it is really adorable. The mug is incredibly adorable. Let's just update this, go back to here. And this will be our main photo. However, as you can see, the main photo is now a square. If we want the main photo to not be a square, all we have to do is to go back to our original photos. Let's just pick one of these thank you gifts, because we have thank you cards here as well as thank you magnets, and I kind of like the thank you zipper pouch. I don't know why. So I'm going to choose the thank you zipper pouch that I've uploaded. I'm going to crop it, and I'm going to click on featured image and re-upload this as this file and set it as my main image, update it. And now that I'm going to refresh my entire website, it's going to be shorter. You can have long photos, you can have horizontally aligned photos, whichever suits your needs. And this could be done with pretty much anything, because this could be done like with thank you, with forgive me, with sorry, with anniversary, just whatever you have within your own RedBubble store. And this could have been everything. This could have been the entire blog post just about the muchas gracias. So like the muchas gracias mug, the muchas gracias sticker, because the muchas gracias does have a lot of products here. So this could have been like the sticker, the iPhone cover, the artboard, the coasters, the throw pillow, whatever it is that you want. But I do want to show you another type of blogging idea, another type of post idea. So let's just go back to our dashboard and edit this blog post. For example, Rachel Zoe, I'm obviously going to change the name, and this is going to be cute gift ideas for sloth lovers because I adore sloth. Obviously, let's change the URL. And if you made this as a new blog post, you're not gonna have to change anything. It's just because I'm working on existing blog posts, as well as changing the categories to be gifts for animal lovers. And here, when you write down the tags for each blog post, so we write down, this is not a per se full-on blogging tutorial. There's so much to know about blogging. I just want to show you the system to get some of these ideas into your head about what you can be doing. So again, we're just going to select everything and delete everything. And with this blog post, I'm actually going to edit it with Elementor just to show you another way to create whatever it is that you want to create. Super, super fun and super easy. And what we're going to do here is just build our blog post in a different way. And because I already know that I've added so many images, like for example, if you can see here, if I just click on one of these and drag an image, because I already know that every image that I've uploaded for the sloth are 2 images per each, what I'm going to do is basically create this sort of setting like that. So what I'm going to do for each and every one of the gift ideas is to have a heading up above it, and then divide it between like text and 2 photos. So I'm going to have a text here and then 2 photos. So let's just go ahead for the first one and just click on it. I think that in a lot of ways I'm doing things sort of in reverse because I'm so used to doing them. But what I have here is, for example, these 2. And with each image, you can click on the link and add a custom link and make sure to open it in a new window. The same for this one, the same for everything that you will do. And then change the text here to talk about basically this design. So for example, Funny Sloth Lovers sweatshirt, I'm going to write something about board certified nap instructors here, which I'm not writing right now, just the main text, like just a few text pieces to talk about this. And what I will want to do, I'm thinking about putting just actually the heading inside here. And here I will have just a random text, just talk about cute gift ideas for sloth lovers, why people love sloth, what people love with sloths. And the main thing about this is to click here and put this one in the middle. So basically what we have is a section that looks like this. Now, I do want to style it a bit more because these images can be styled so much more by just rounding them up with the radius, because I don't know if you remember, but I keep on saying like, play my favorite game, what does this button do? And it can really help you out when you're doing anything with WordPress. I'm just duplicating this section with a right click, going into these photos and choosing another sloth design. I chose a clock as well. Let's edit this one, and the clock also has two photos that I downloaded. Maybe I should just switch them up though. Let's just reverse them. You can also put one of them here, and for example, right down here, nap time sloth wall clock, which is also super adorable. And then carry out this by duplicating it constantly, changing the alignment of the photos, changing the photos each time into a different product, and obviously changing the links that go along with it, and writing your text. And this is another way to create an awesome blog post, but obviously we need to also go back here and go back to our dashboard after we've saved our changes to make sure that we have a good featured image. And even though in this case the featured image is not visible on the Elementor itself, it will be visible when people go in and check out this blog post. And for this case, I'm just gonna try and open one of these. I don't know if you've known it, but I actually have this bag. I do have this bag, and I love this bag. And you can actually use a featured image that is vertically aligned because it will create this awesome Mansory effect that we're going to be seeing right here. So this will be thank you gifts to show gratitude. We did this without Elementor, just by uploading gifts and linking them. And we also have this blog post that we did with Elementor that will have this photo here and this sort of like weird kind of layout that is rounded up in the corners and can link back to us. And there are so many more things obviously that you could be doing. This is just a snap preview into the potential of it. And if this is something that is interesting to you and you have more questions, feel free to join the Facebook group of our community with a link to that down below, where you can always ask questions about this process. For example, if you started and you got stuck along the way, and for example, you don't know what to click on a certain page, you can just screenshot it and upload it onto the group, and you'll be getting your help there from me or from other people in the group that I know that really know WordPress. That being said, after we've done these two different blog types and we have our little cute menu here, for example, if we click on thank you gifts, here we're going to see the thank you blog post, and we have this cute little sidebar on the side where you can link to your RedBubble store and obviously have all your social links. With this being done, let's get back to me and talk a bit more about tips, what you can be doing differently, how are you going to get the word out about this blog, and what you can do with this blog to make it better and to make sure that it really does increase your Redbubble, Etsy, whatever print-on-demand marketplace you're using, sales. And we're back to me. What did you guys think? Did you like this cool concept of just blogging about products? And yes, it does require that some of your products be in categories or in collections, so you'll have more products to do. But there's so much more things that you can do with this blog. The more you put more content in, the more Google is going to notice you, the more you have things there for people to see, the more they can just scroll inside, decide what to buy, and then get pushed into this big marketplace of Redbubble or Society6 or Teecheap or TeePublic or Etsy or wherever it is you're selling your print-on-demand items. And I do believe that with this technique, obviously you don't have to choose with a gift blog. You could have just made a fashion blog and design, like for example, if I was doing a fashion blog, then maybe I would have chosen like a t-shirt and then a certain skirt or a certain bag that goes with it to make like a blog post about t-shirt and bags matches, like stuff like that. There are so many gift ideas you can think about, so many gift blog posts. And the best way to find out these things is actually to ask Google. We've had a full tutorial about Google SEO and Google SEO tools and Google SEO trends, and you can go ahead and check it out. I'm going to leave a link to that down below, because within it, you could just type in gifts for and just see what kind of gifts people are searching for. This is not just to know which one of your designs you can use and how to phrase things, but you can also use these tools. For example, let's say people are saying like gifts from military people. I don't know why I'm saying this, maybe because I'm wearing this and I'm ex-military. But so for example, if you see a rising trend in gifts from military people or military wives, you just go into Creative Fabrica and you search for a bunch of military related designs in their print-on-demand category, and then you put it on Redbubble, and then you instantly make the products that you want to blog about, because it is rising with Google SEO. And I don't know if you know this, but Creative Fabrica is having a 30% discount for people from this channel. It's a lifetime discount with a link to it down below in the description. It's a page they made for this channel's community, so you can go ahead and check it out and get 30% off lifetime on their best print-on-demand approved subscription. But there are a few things that I can tell you flat out, regardless of the topic, regardless of what your blog is going to be about or what your designs are about, a few things that will make your life easier and get you more traffic. The first of which is mockups. Using RedBubble mockups, even though I did it for this tutorial, is less than recommended for the very simple reason that people can see them when they go onto RedBubble, and they're not that attractive. There's not much going around in the background. There are so many more beautiful mockups that you can do with Placeit. And obviously, yes, there is a link to Placeit down below as well. And you can go ahead and check it out because their platform is amazing with giving you so many print-on-demand mockups for everything, for t-shirts, for mugs, for pillows, for bed covers, for wall art, for lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, I keep on saying that. I don't know what's up with me in that sentence. I think I need to see that movie again. Once you got that done, you can obviously pin all of these mockups from your blog post directly onto Pinterest, but also create Pinterest pins yourself. Because I don't know if you've seen the Pinterest tutorial that we've had here. We had one for RedBubble as well as one for printables. But Pinterest has a very specific size they like their pins to be on, and you can make multiple pins to be directed into the same page. So Pinterest definitely helps with making more traffic for a blog, and it's sort of like, it might seem to a lot of you guys as a long process to go ahead and buy something when you could just send people directly to the product. But if a person goes in and watch one of your t-shirts and they're not already hooked on that t-shirt, they quickly migrate within RedBubble to a different seller. But if they go on to your blog, like if they see something and then they go to the blog post and they see more t-shirts and they know exactly which t-shirt they like and then they click on it, that means they're more ready to purchase it than before, and they might not migrate to other sellers just as fast. And even if they do, your blog is still open on their tab, so they can go ahead and check it out and have a link to that there. Another tip I can give you is to really niche down. If you are extremely niche down, yes, it does limit your audience, but it also limits your competition, because I can tell you that there are not a lot of people who sell mahjong dresses on RedBubble or anywhere online, which is why mahjong designs are my best sellers since I started RedBubble in 2017. It's been, yeah, mahjong has been insane. That's why I actually bought mahjongart.com, and I've been wanting to work on it, and it's one of the projects that I've pushed aside with all of the changes, as well as, you know, that shiny new thing syndrome whenever I have this like new project idea in mind. Plus, I'm doing an accountability group with 2 people who want to do drop shipping, and I kind of feel like doing more drop shipping now. I think it's sort of like this shiny new thing again, more than coloring pages, though I am trying to like put my head straight and put my head back in the game and really dive deeper into coloring pages, printable coloring pages, which is my goal for July. So let's hope I'll manage doing that before the month end. There is so much more you can do with blog posts. And I think that a lot of people, the reason why they succeed with blog posts is give more info and more benefit to the people who are watching this blog or reading this blog than just flat out selling them. So if your blog is about fashion, for example, and you want to blog about your own print-on-demand stuff, maybe add some things that have to do with fashion or positive body image or beauty, but are not sales pitches. Like add stuff like how to choose the right color for your skin tone, or where to find good makeup, or how to style your hair, and make sure that you're inclusive in the topic that the audience might like. And then the audience will migrate inside that blog to your shopping posts. You can also do the same thing with this gift ideas blog. You could just make a full like blog post about what to write in a gift card. And then at the bottom, if you want to see cool gift cards, go to my RedBubble shop. And just make sure to give people more info than just what you want to sell them. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial today, and I am looking forward to making a different type of tutorial, like I said before, about maybe like the blogging ideas that would go with each print-on-demand marketplace. Because, for example, you know, you have Society 6 with the wrapping paper, you have Spreadshirt or Cafe Press, one of them, or Threadless, that have skateboards, which is super cool. Like all these unique items and kind of like what you can do with them specifically. For example, with RedBubble, when you have all these onesies and bodysuits for kids, you can have basically a blog that blogs about kid stuff, just so you know. I'm looking forward to making this blog types video idea, maybe to enter it in this month if you guys want to, or for the next. So please let me know if you're interested in the comment section down below, And also mention what other videos you'd like to see, because the list for July is still open. What is not open is the next few days, because we have a schedule coming up in the next few days of videos that I would love to share with you guys. Coming up later on this week, on the 18th, is a shop review video, and there is a link down below in the description to a Google form where you can go in and anonymously submit your shop. Those could be printables, print-on-demand stores, Etsy, Shopify, PayHip, RedBubble, Society6, wherever it is that you're selling print-on-demand or printable items. And on the 21st, we have another how to make and sell video with how to make and sell printable word puzzle games, or like all these like word games for kids, or just printable games in general. And it's going to be super fun because it's something that is not just trending, but also kind of cool and educational. So, you know, you're selling something good to the world. And coming right after that on the 23rd is a Halloween design with me tutorial, because it's about time. It's about time to try and think about Halloween designs, because people are already starting to buy them for print-on-demand suppliers who take, like, you know, a month or 2 months to arrive. And that is the time for that. So I'm going to be seeing you on the 23rd with Halloween design ideas for both printables and print-on-demand. It's going to be a long video packed with ideas, and I can't wait. If you like this video or found this content useful, please hit that like button down below, because every time you do, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video, I'm going to show it to more people. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. With that being said, that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!